decided that we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created an environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program. Thank you so much for joining us once again on this platform. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share this program. And remember, this platform where you are watching this program is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform that stands with the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control of Deputy Prime Minister COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, we bring information from the right source, the United States of Biafra, the government of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to like and share. Information is power. Remember, our Prime Minister encouraged us to engage in radical evangelism. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us to carry everybody along. In doing that, you must help us to share this video. Like and share to family and friends and to every platform where you belong. This information is important.
People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu is back at the Federal High Court Abuja for his trial in a case of alleged terrorism leveled against him by the federal government. Mr. Kanu, who is all smiles, is received by his defense team. Present in court also are his family members. At the last hearing, the trial judge had approved an accelerated hearing of the case, and he kept to his words, just as the counsel to the federal government, Adegboyega Awomolo, called its first witness, a DSS officer, who testified behind the screen. This, according to him, is due to the nature of the case and for security reasons. The first witness of the federal government, with code name PWAAA, says he led the team that arrested Kanu at a hotel in Lagos on the 14th of October 2015, and the room where he was arrested looks like a broadcasting studio. Mr. Kanu, who claimed to be in the struggle to make life better for people, admits setting up Radio Biafra as a communication engineer. He, however, admitted not having a license to operate a radio station in Nigeria, which is a crime, but defends his action, saying he knows that if he applies, it won't be granted. In Mr. Kanu's statement, he further admits to fighting for emancipation of the people of Southeast, South-South, parts of Benue and Kogi. He declared that freedom fighting is not a crime in any part of the world, including Nigeria, because it is a fundamental right. The defendant further adds that he believes in the freedom of speech and that the UN Charter on People's Rights guarantees the right to self-determination. He denies involvement in any violence because he has not been linked to anyone. The defense team speaks after the day's proceeding, just as the prosecution declines to react.
The matter has eventually kicked off. without rancor. You needed to have been in court to observe the proceedings. All the parties cooperated, and PW1 testified. PW1 is Mr. AAA, as he was designated. He investigated the matter 10 years ago, and today he came and gave his evidence and tendered documents.
The government is finally having the trial that it desires. Our position still remains unchanged despite the ongoing trial. That our client is innocent of the charges, that the case is driven by political considerations, and in the end, the innocence of our client will be established.
After 10 long years, finally Nnamdi Kanu now has his day in court as the Nigerian government called its first witness. The case continues on Friday, May 2nd, under cross-examination by Kanu's lawyer. From the Federal High Court.
We are monitoring developments in the nation's capital, where the Federal High Court has adjourned the trial of leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to 6th, 7th, and 8th of May for continuation of hearing. At today's hearing, an officer of the DSS who arrested Nnamdi Kanu in 2015 told the court that when Mr. Kanu was arrested, no instrument of violence was found on him. Mr. AAA, the federal government's first witness under cross-examination, admitted that when Mr. Kanu was interviewed in 2015, his lawyer was absent. Mr. AAA agreed that those items now tendered as exhibits before the court are no longer of value. At the last hearing on Tuesday, the court granted the request for the witnesses to testify behind screen due to security reasons. Our senior reporter, Celestina Area, joins me on the news for more updates. Celestina, what more can you tell us about hearing in the case involving leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu?
Oh, well, about today, so far so good. The trial is going on very smoothly, and considering the evidences given by the first prosecution witness today, so far nothing incriminating has been found against the indigenous, the leader of IPOB, which is Nnamdi Kanu. So we don't know what is to come as the proceedings continues, and we don't know for sure how many witnesses the federal government is going to call. This is just the first witness, and he was cross-examined today by counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, Kanu Agabi, and wherein he made some findings that the way Nnamdi Kanu was interviewed without his lawyer present, that most of the items that were seized or collected from him in 2015 have no value anymore because it's over 10 years. But Justice James Omotosho told Kanu Agabi, which is counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, to come by way of application before the court seeking the release of some of those items, wristwatches, gold chains and necklaces, and see if Mr. Kanu can peradventure sell them and get something out of it. But so far so good, they have no importance. So it will not be of any good for either the prosecution or the defendant for those items to still remain in the custody of the court, because now they are exhibits. So the court adjourned to 6th, 7th, and 8th for continuation of trial. So the conclusion of the cross-examination of the first witness will be done, and the second prosecution witness will be called.
All right. You mentioned a while ago that it's unclear how many witnesses the prosecution would be calling. But does it appear that the others might also enjoy this liberty to testify behind screens?
Yes, definitely, because this is the position the court has taken, and it was because of the application filed by the federal government lawyer saying that to protect the identity and the life of the witnesses, they should testify behind the screen. The prosecution first witness, which the court named Mr. AA to protect his identity, testified behind the screen, and when he even walked up to the dock where he was shielded, he wore a mask. So, but basically, one thing is important: the defendant, which is Nnamdi Kanu, can actually see the witness, but the person, he or she, is shielded from the floor of the court, which are other lawyers and also litigants and journalists. But the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu, can see whoever the prosecution witness is. And this is the first witness. He is a DSS officer. He was among those that arrested Mr. Kanu in 2015, where he was interviewed. And also he said he was among those who escorted Mr. Kanu to the headquarters here in Abuja.
Celestina Iria for us in Abuja. Thank you very much. We'll definitely be back to you when hearing in this case continues. Thank you again for the updates.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I touched me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a papa nuku. Oh, then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For we just fall and the rest of man I tell you what I am. Me never come up to tell them.
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together. No retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time.